All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Tunesday Tuesday number 37, featuring singer-songwriter Heath Walker for the first time here on the Boston Chris Show, followed by over 90 minutes of the greatest music from right here in East Texas. We are featuring mostly East Texas artists this week. We do have our podcast guest, which also have East Texas connections, and of course, our global artist of the week hails from Italy this week, which should be fun. You guys are going to love them. But we are trying to do at least one show a month that features mostly East Texas artists. And we did that in July. It went well. We're doing it again here in August. And so tonight, most of the artists you are going to see and hear are from right here in my backyard, East Texas. And I want to let people know that if you are watching this in the future, which means not live, we are live every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're watching on YouTube or Spotify or anywhere you find your podcasts, then this is not live. You are just hearing the interview, and if you would like to see the entire recap, which includes all the music as well, you can click the link in the description below that will bring you to the episode 37 recap. And without further ado, guys, we are going to get into it with my buddy, Heath Walker, who is waiting backstage. Let's go talk to him.
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, man. So we found somebody with a better beard than me, man. Man, I'll tell you what. So my logo is basically what you look like. My beard used to be that long, and I got tired of the upkeep, man. It's a lot of work.
It's just like like a woman having long hair.
Yeah.
You got to take care of it, or I'll look homeless.
So I've had long hair as well, and the beard is much worse. So
really,
yeah, it's much harder. It just doesn't do what you want it to do most of the time, man.
If I still had hair, I'd have long hair.
I feel you. No, I actually just shaved, man. It's just much easier to not have hair on top. I think I'm lazy, I guess, when it comes to hair. I don't know.
I hear you. They look so cool, though.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm stoked to have you here, man.
I'm excited to be here, brother.
You're just a phenomenal artist, and you're making a lot of really, really good reputations for your name here locally, and I know that's going to continue to grow because, man, your main support for damn near every named person that comes through the region. As a new artist, I mean, you are fairly new. You got one song released. That's quite an accomplishment, man, to kind of be the go-to right now, don't you think?
It's man, God has been really good, really, really good to us. And my first show was actually with Zach Mayberry, who you've had on the show before.
I love Zach, man.
It was 2 years ago, last week.
Wow.
And I played during his break. You know, he finally talked me into playing, and he's like, "Why don't you just play during my break?" And I was going to play like 4 or 5 songs. I think he let me sing like 10 songs first time, you know, and that was a big risk on his part. I've never done a show outside of singing at church. You know, I've never done that before. So that gave me the confidence to go on and do some more. And we got a band together in February, and we've been rocking along, man.
This is crazy, man. First of all, guys out there, if you're not familiar with Zach Mayberry, he's just without a doubt one of the best songwriters from East Texas.
Phenomenal song.
Yeah, just incredible songwriter, incredible vocalist. I mean, just an incredible voice. I love Zach to death, man. Everything he does is so beautiful, I feel. And man, you're on the same track, though. Man, I've heard a lot of your stuff, and you're very Zach-like. But I would say you're a little more country than he is, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, a little more country, a little more southern rock.
Yeah, a little more edgy.
Now the one song that's out, it's an acoustic song. It was before I had the band. We released it first of the year on New Year's Day. Or New Year's Eve, actually. I think it came out midnight. And so that's just acoustic. And now we got the band together. We are going back to the studio next month. Going to put together, it's going to be like a four-song EP. But it's going to be
What studio are you using?
I think we're going to go to Encore in Nacogdoches.
Yeah.
Heath Parrott.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Knack is amazing, man. There's so much talent down in that area, and yeah, the studio is good as well. Man, I tell you what, dude. Like, you're not a spring chicken. I mean, obviously, right? You're not. They say that if you don't get into the business before you're 25, then you probably have no business in the business, right? But
Yeah.
man, I'm telling you, you're gonna be proof of that not being true, man. I'm telling you
I
right
appreciate
now.
that.
The sound is really good, and it just blows me away that like first of all that you put out a single before you even had a band, right?
Yeah.
And like less than 2 years into this, so was there any inkling even before Zach had you come up on stage? Like, I mean, are you playing shows before that, or is that really the first time?
I had I had started singing at church about a year and a half before that, and and it wasn't every Sunday. It was just every once in a while, and I might just lead a song, or if the music pastor was out, and I might lead for the whole service. But yeah, it's been a dream of mine
Yeah,
for as long as I can remember. And it's when I was a little kid, it was listening to country, Alan Jack. It was just '90s country, and riding around with my dad, and my mom listened to a lot of pop music and some more kind of southern rocky kind of stuff, and also some Kenny G. I had a
hey,
pretty broad range growing up, a lot of Christian music, and then I went through a rap stage when I was in middle school, and a kind of a rocker stage in the first of high school, and then finally, uh, man, I heard Texas music. Pat Green and Corey Morrow and all those guys across the name Ragweed. Saw them at the Crater in Henderson when I was a junior.
yeah.
And, man, just I was like, okay, I found home now, And of course, I love all the old stuff. I love '90s country. I love all the outlaw country. I've got a very very broad range of influences.
Yeah. And so is the plan for you to kind of immerse yourself in that Texas country scene that we have here? I mean, it's such a cool infrastructure that exists here in Texas for independent artists. Is that kind of the initial plan coming up?
That is my plan. You know, only God knows all the future, but I have no intentions on moving. So
Yeah.
I would like to stay independent. I want to do things my way. Uh, I think the only way to do that is to stay independent. So uh,
Yeah.
I,
Or
we
get enough sales to where you can tell people what to do, and then
sure, yeah, you bet.
you're independent on you, and they're dependent on you as well, right?
That's right.
Instead of you
Yeah,
being dependent on a label or management or whatever,
that's right.
you know.
So however it works out, I'm open, but I want control over my music, and that's the main thing.
And so, how does songwriting work for you? Like, because again, you're in church. We're talking what 3.5, 4 years ago. So vocally, I can hear the voice. Right, the voice is strong, even your speaking voice.
Yes.
But the songwriting is good too. If the first song is any indication. So, talk
So
about that. Is there a different set of influences for you with songwriting?
so you won't believe this. That's the first song I've ever wrote.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't surprise me, but at
Yeah.
the same time, like it is truly good. So I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious, kind of the steps you've had to take to get into an original place.
So honestly, my on songwriting is going to be more of the Texas scene. Uh, Chris Knight was one. I
Man,
love Chris
yeah,
Knight's songwriting, kind of a storytelling
sure,
type, and a lot of imagery and stuff, and some specifics. Kind of put you in a place so you're immersed in the story, and that's kind of what I did with Hard to See Your Heroes Go.
hmm
Tried to immerse the listener into the story so that they could connect with it, and then I have two more original songs, Slow Down and Lone Pine. Both of those are somewhat written in the same way. Musically, they're a lot different, uh, but songwriting wise, they're pretty
So are
similar.
you solo writing? Is it 100% you right now?
So my wife is a massive help in songwriting. So I'm really good at melodies,
Okay.
and so if I can come up with a chord progression or a riff or whatever, I can come up with a melody really quickly. Then sometimes I'm okay at words. but my words are not necessarily the best words. What I have to say is good, but maybe I didn't word it right. My wife is awesome at just tweaking things just a little bit and making it just right.
Yeah, I have the same
And
wife, man. I have the same
yeah,
wife. Yeah.
and then my bass player Jason, he wrote the second verse to slow down. I had half a verse written, and he cut half of it out and added the rest of it. And so the second verse of that song was written by him. So that was kind of a team effort. But that's the only help I've had so far is that one song, my bass player, and then my wife has helped iron out all of the songs that I've
That's
written.
impressive
So
as hell, man. That truly is. Like, honestly, like,
appreciate
I can't even, I'm not a songwriter, so like I don't know how to do it or when to do it or whatever. But I've chatted with over 500 songwriters, right, of all
sure.
levels. So everybody does it different, but at the same time, it's hard to go from A to Z when it comes to a song.
So yeah, it's weird because hard to see a heroes go. I started writing when my great uncle passed away. That song was about him,
Yeah,
or it started out about him. I know. I think we're gonna get to that, but I started it and then I put it to the side for 4 or 5 months, and because I just got frustrated that I couldn't write a song. I'm like, I know what I want to say, but I don't know how to say it. And one day, I was up in my office and I was picking around, and I don't know, it just started working, and I was like, okay, all right. So I started writing, and I got it all structured, and well, it was close. So then,
this is not
uh,
normal, man. This is not
no, it's
normal.
not normal at
Yeah, yeah,
all.
yeah.
It's all God. I'm telling you, it's not me. And so our dog had died. We were driving to Del Rio to pick up a puppy, and it was my wife and my daughter. And I live in just outside of Jacksonville in Tacula. Well, it's a long ways from Jacksonville to Del Rio, and we had a lot of time. We listened to a lot of music. We're talking, and I don't even know how it came up, but we started talking about that song and how bad I wanted to finish it. And she was like, well, "Why don't we try to write it?" I was like, "Okay." So I had it practiced it enough and worked on it enough. I had the melody in my head and all that. And so I would throw ideas to her, and she'd throw ideas back to me, and then we were just like spitting out verses and fixing things. And but I don't know, it didn't take long, and I was like, "Holy smokes, we got a song! It's done. We
Yeah,
did it,
yeah.
and it's good."
It's a good feeling, right?
Oh, it was awesome. And then
Yeah.
I had started a Lone Pine at the same time, and it took me another month and a half to finish that one. But it wasn't. It's because I didn't sit down and work on it. I just wanted it to come to me.
Yeah.
Right? Unfortunately, I run a construction business, and I can't shut my brain off long enough to focus on just music, and for things that just come to me, I should say.
Sure.
So I have to sit down, put everything aside, and focus, and then I can do something. And then, but then, slow down. My favorite song was wrote in about 10 minutes in my truck driving down the road. I was listening to the radio. I was listening to a 49 Winchester song. Somehow, I started hearing other words, and even it's a different melody. But so I shut the radio off and I started singing into my phone. I sent it to my wife. Of course, it was terrible.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, okay." But as soon as I got home, I had the melody in my head. I knew what I wanted to do. And as soon as I could get my guitar in my hands, I could even out the melody and do all that. And that song was wrote in, honestly, 10 or 15 minutes. I wish that I could do that about 100 more times.
Yeah. Man, it's so funny how it works, man. Like funny ironic, right? Just how
Yes.
ironic how it works in so many different ways, man. You talked about heroes, and I got to tell you, man, just following what you've done this year, and again, guys, you have to remember this guy literally just got a band together in February. We are literally in August right now. It's 6 months later, so not even a half a year with a full band, and we're talking about Texas heroes, Kevin Fowler, Roger Krager. These are people that you've already been support for in
Yes,
less
sir.
than 6 months with a band. That's
Yes, sir.
insane, Heath. Man, that's got to be something, right?
It's it's hard for me to wrap my brain around. We talk
I can
about it.
imagine, bro. Yeah.
We talk about it often. Like this is not normal.
No.
Uh, and we've said from the beginning, if I'm gonna do this all wrong, and as far as the music industry is concerned, and if it works out, it's because we put God in the center of it, and it's because of Him. Because I'm not the greatest guitar player. I'm not the greatest singer. Uh, I'm decent at those things, but he just he just keeps rolling this snowball, and it keeps getting bigger, and we're hanging on for dear life.
I understand, and that's how it works, bro. Like it's just your snowball just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and as long as you are okay with the momentum, you have people around you that are okay with the momentum as well. Then just roll with it, man. I'm excited for you. Like just big time, man. As somebody who's a fan of music, especially East Texas artists, man, I'm so excited for you because like you're a breath of fresh air for the area. I want you to know that, man. Seriously, like I'm stoked for you. And let's talk about your pick of the week. It's Sunrise in Texas, which is a great freaking song. Blackberry Smoke, man. Why'd you pick this one?
So, my wife and I talk about this pretty regular. We help out as much as we can with people and support people, and it's wild, and it's so sad what people have went through in their childhoods or currently going through, and the things that people live with, and the baggage that people carry around and overcome is amazing. And that's what that song is just about. Anytime we start feeling down, we're like, hey, man, we've got it so good. Here we are, like he says, I'm sitting there watching the sunrise in Texas, and there's people that are fighting mental illness, and there's people that have suffered through abuse and all this stuff. And we're so blessed to be able to live the life that we live and chase this dream. And that song just really hits. It just pulls on your heartstrings, man. And it's so true. It's just a good perspective to look at things.
Yeah, and just from a phenomenal band that I feel like a lot of people don't know the name of yet, right? They should and don't.
They are. I absolutely love them. I know, and we tend to go a little bit in that southern rock direction like they do, but kind of like they do. They've got some songs that are country. Mm-hmm. He's got a song with Jamie Johnson and George Jones. And if he puts an acoustic guitar in his hand, he sounds pretty country, just like I do. But you get the band behind him, and now we're kind of rocking. And that's kind of the same way we are. I write country songs, and we put a little rock and roll behind it.
Isn't it a great time to be alive as an artist, though? I mean, because
it's amazing.
Yeah, you don't have to be pigeonholed into a certain style or genre. I feel like the consumer of music is slowly coming around to the idea of allowing more types of music within their country. They're allowing southern rock and things like that, and now we just have to be open to pop sounds and things because it just adds a whole different dynamic to the music. And there's a lot of people out there that are rebelling against the pop sound in country, and I get it. I used to be there, but I'm not there now, man. I love to hear different sounds.
We've talked about it often. Right now, country, the term country music is so broad. Mm-hmm. It's so broad, and that's what sometimes people are like, "Do you sing? Are you a country band?" And I hesitate because I don't want to insult Alan Jackson or Merle Haggard or Chet Atkins. Any of these people that have been around, and that's country music. Zach Top, a good example of a young guy that is country music, and I'm not saying I'm not, but I also don't want to insult them.
It's ever changing too, and people need to understand that, right? Yeah. Like the country music that our dads and granddads listen to it's a completely different kind of music, and
but all those people influence us,
right? And that's what makes it amazing because we're all a plethora of influences, and those influences are going to come out in your art. That's just the way it is. So if you're influenced by rap and grunge and country, then when you start making art, all of those influencers are going to shine through, and that's not a bad thing. It's just not. People need to stop rebelling against it and just allow it to come naturally, right?
Yeah.
So what's the plan for you?
That comes out.
That's right. You don't have to like it. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. It's not for you. You don't have to, jump up on your soapbox and demonize it just because you have a soapbox or whatever. So you mentioned you have an EP coming out. What's the ETA you think on this, Heath?
I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping before the end of the year.
Okay.
And I know I'm hoping way before then, but I'm trying to be realistic.
Yeah, don't rush it, man.
Yeah. So I'd like to get it out in November, December,
Okay.
somewhere around.
Are you
It's
experimenting these songs on live audiences too?
Oh yeah, we've been playing all but one of them at every show since I wrote them.
Very cool,
I
man.
don't have a whole lot to pick from, right? So as soon as I got it,
Man,
we're rolling.
again, dude, it's so cool to see the rise of Heath Walker, right? Like there's another young man named Mac Hankins from up near where I'm from, and he's
he's not with them anymore, but his bass player, I know his bass player.
Tony McGovern, right?
Yeah, you know Tony?
Oh, yeah, of course I know Tony.
Together.
Yeah, I love Tony, man. He used to be with Tyler Lineage.
Oh, he's an awesome guy.
I love Tony to death. Yeah, the two of you guys are really. What if people ask me, who are two guys in East Texas we need to look for, and those are my two answers: Heath Walker, Mac Hankins, and it's because of the plethora, right? It's not in a box. You guys listen to these two artists, you're going to get a lot of different styles of music. That's the way it is. Katie Wallace is a third, by the way, guys. If there's a third person, I want you guys to check out. And man, you may not know this. I think you do. I did mention it, but tonight is our monthly East Texas night here on the show as well. So you're going to be leading off. I think we have 14 different songs by an East Texas artist that we're going to showcase tonight, including "I Hope You Dance," which is of course made famous by Leanne Womack, who is from Jacksonville. But the connection to that is our podcast guest this week was Tia Sillers, and she wrote "I Hope You Dance."
Wow.
So that's is our connection on that. We're excited to share that.
I cover that song every once in a while.
Well, there you go. Now you know who wrote it. Tia Sillers, man. Yeah. Little known trivia. She also wrote "Blue on Black" by Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Can you believe that? Same songwriter on both of those songs.
Well, that's talent right there.
I'll tell you what, bro.
Range,
Yeah. Damn straight it does. Couldn't believe that. Yeah. Man, I appreciate you coming on, man. And
thank you.
If people can support you, what is the best way for people to support you as an artist? Where would you send them?
Come to a show. Follow me on Facebook. We keep, we try to keep it as up to date as we can. My wife is a superhero as far as she's doing all my social media poster. All the posters you see, that is all made by my wife.
Man, that poster she made tonight, dude, I was like, yo, that's badass.
Oh, I'm telling you, she is incredible.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Go ahead.
Follow us on Facebook and come to the show. That's where you're gonna really see what we're.
Yeah, and I'm telling you guys, man, you guys are gonna be blown away by this guy. Come to a show. We're definitely looking for the right show to come see you as well.
I appreciate it.
We do a series called East Texas Music Live, and I'm just waiting for you to do a venue that we haven't really been to yet. Because I haven't seen you live, and I want to see you live at a venue I haven't been to as well. It's just a much broader experience. But Heath, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Thank y'all. Thank you very much.
This won't be the last time, man. Open invite anytime you want to come back. All right, man?
Hey, I'm ready when you are.
All right, man. You have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Yep. Again, I want to thank Heath Walker for coming on. We're going to showcase his single here in a second. I can't believe this guy only has one song out, and you guys aren't going to believe it either. But Heath Walker is the next big thing coming from East Texas. I promise you. Him and Mac Hankins, Katie Wallace, 3 names to look out for in East Texas. There's a lot more as well, man. Don't take that the wrong way. We have a lot of talent here in the Piney Woods.